Hey, you're listening to Bookmark My Words. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Sarah.
So obviously we're recording back to back. So
Like and comment.
like and comment, share.
Like and comment.
If you're watching this episode on YouTube, leave your favorite emoji.
Yeah.
Leave your favorite emoji.
I like that.
Mine's the fall leaf.
This is so hard. What is my favorite emoji?
Mine's the fall leaf.
I really use, mine, honestly, let's be real. Mine's the laughing face with the tears.
That makes
I
sense.
use that all the time.
As like a form of communication.
It is pretty much like a period. Because that's how I talk, too. I always end it with people at work talk
Maybe
about
not
it
like
even.
that.
Like, yeah, no, I couldn't fake it
Just
there.
more like in a delirious type way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we gotta record early. I'm going to see family over 4th of July. My mom wants to go, and I don't like her riding by herself.
I don't have any more time off.
So I'm going with her. We're gonna go see some fam.
I'm missing out on that one.
I know. I don't think it's gonna be like real crazy though.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be quick, but you have to tell everybody hi for me.
We will.
I'm gearing up for the beach. We are watching
The weather.
potential tropical storm Barry. So far it looks like he's going to the western side of the Florida.
The Florida. It is his own thing.
The Florida. And also it should be July 4th through the 7th. So just when we're traveling down. No biggie.
Of course, we do that a lot anyway.
Yeah, I'm always going into the eye of the tropical storm.
We're always at the beach when there's a tropical storm.
I don't know, and I thought I'd be okay because this is very early in the season.
Yeah. Yeah, so done with the Halloween, Summerween event. We hope you enjoyed it. It was fun.
Still kind of keeping the haunting going, though.
I kind of kept going with the haunted. It's just not a very spooky, I guess because this book series kind of goes throughout the whole year.
Once again, Sarah did not finish her book.
I didn't either.
I am close. It's a good book.
Listen,
It's a good book.
My pizza.
It's a good book.
How many books have you finished in June?
Also, June was a rough month for me.
I finished none.
If I finish this one tonight or tomorrow, I will have 2.
I will have 0.
So right now I'm reading that Such Quiet Girls, where they bury the kids.
The one that freaked me out.
So yeah, I'm reading Such Quiet Girls, and I'm almost done. And Such Quiet Girls has been an easy read so far. Of course, they're just now getting in the underground, so we're just now getting there. I still don't quite understand why they're doing it. Money.
I've been reading The Lost Girls. This is what happens when you take expired cold medicine.
The Lost Girls. What is that cartoon that's... Oh, Despicable Me. It's Gru. I'm always talking like...
What's funny is I can't pronounce the lady's last name. The Lost Girls of Camp Forevermore. It's by Kim. I want to say Fu. Spelled F-U. You're gonna make me throw up.
Few? Is Kim Fu? F-U? It is, in fact. Kim would say that's Fu.
Fu. I also thought Fo.
Oh.
I do not know Asian.
I don't either.
Asian names very well. So we.
The F-U?
The F-U.
Well, that's staying.
Fu. Few. I don't know Asian names. I'm so sorry.
I know.
Fu. Fo. I feel like Fo is F-O-A. Fo. Fo.
Fuck show.
I'm not laughing at your culture or language. I am laughing because I'm a...
Yeah, no. I mean...
Anyway. So, I will be doing a ghost book because I thought, well, I really like the series. It's a really long series. It's not a big... Book-wise, it's a big series, but it's not a big individual book size. Roughly around 250 pages.
That's very doable.
Yeah. So today's episode, we are doing book 2 of the Haunting Danielle series. We did book 1. Were you with me?
Yes.
Okay. We did do book 1 a while back, so...
I don't remember when.
Sometime at the beginning of this year.
Though. I feel like it was at the beginning of the year. Yeah.
Pre-YouTube era.
Yes. I do know that.
Summerween. We did book 1 in the Haunting Danielle series. It was called The Ghost of Marlowe House. This one is The Ghost Who Loved Diamonds. It's a pretty good little book series. It's got like, I want to say like 32.
Yeah,
It's like 30.
It's a good chunk. It's
a lot. They're not big. They're all around roughly like 250 pages to like 300. They don't get super crazy. I've only found one book in the whole series. I've read up to like 14.
You're pretty.
And there's only like one I've read that I was like, man, I don't like this one.
What ages?
I guess like 6th grade. There's no
I
spice.
thought that it was.
There's no spice for those of you that are looking for spice. It's more of a cozy read, language-wise. It's pretty easy. It's like 5th grade. Does get into some little cuss words and stuff, but they don't use like
the big ones.
Yeah. I think every now and then they might use GD, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, like it's not like super inappropriate. Like maybe if you were like to buy the book and go through and like just take a marker and just mark it out. There you go. Kid's got a book to read. Cause I'm one of those people.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I never thought
Just
to do
that.
My kids just know not to say it.
Yeah. Or if you got kids that have discipline, maybe do that. I was not one of those children, and that is now why I cuss like a sailor.
I was going to say they probably do it not around me, but
I think your youngest the other day dropped a word, and I went, "What'd you say?" He said, "What?" And I went, "What?" And he was like,
well, they are also allowed to say those words at another one's house.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little difficult.
But that is the book we will be doing today. I had planned on doing like 3 of them, but I don't think once I got to like reviewing it, I don't think I'll have time to do 3. Like in my brain, they were a lot smaller than what they were. And then once I was like, those are a little bit bigger than what I thought they were.
Unless you just like really leave everybody hanging.
Yeah, unless you just wanted to be like, here's a synopsis. Now we're moving on.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I don't want to do that. That's not why we're here. We'll do the other books some other time, just like always. We talk about today. This is the 2nd book in the Haunting Danielle series. I talked about The Ghost of Marlowe House pretty early on.
Yeah, last year sometime.
Anyway,
I don't remember.
I don't remember if we tell the whole thing in that one. If we do, I'm sorry. I don't think we do.
I don't think so.
I don't think we do. So obviously I'm not going to tell the whole thing in this one either. I'm going to stop saying here in about 2 seconds. This one is called The Ghost Who Loved Diamonds. Synopsis is, everything is right on track for Danielle as she prepares for the grand opening of her bed and breakfast. All of that changes when her cousin Cheryl shows up to claim her share of the inheritance. Housemate Lily figures out that there is a ghost in the house, and the $1 million necklace goes missing. There is blood on someone's hands, and if Danielle isn't careful, she'll be moving from Marlowe's house into the big house. So, little recap from the first book. Danielle is the main character. She inherits a house from like a great aunt who was left the house in itself to her. It's not like hers by birthright. It's just hers because of how wills work. I've learned a lot about wills due to this. Wills are very important. If you've got any type of, you need to go have a will done. If you've got a car, necklace, anything valuable. So she had inherited the house. Danielle inherited the house and decided to make it a better breakfast. Friend Lily's there. Danielle can see ghosts. So she sees the ghost of Marlowe House. His name is Walt. He's one of the original owners of the house. Very good looking, dapper dude, like think 1920s, 1930s. Him and Danielle, he likes her, but obviously he's a ghost, so she don't have no feelings towards him. And that in the first book, she kind of finds out how he passed because everyone says he committed suicide. Yes, he did not, right. And so she helps him uncover the truth. So now the inheritance is settled in this 2nd book. It's Danielle's. They did find the missing necklace in the first book. It's technically Danielle's because it was found in the house. But they want to make sure that like no other owners are out there somewhere. So they're like, we're going to put this in a bank, in a vault. Kind of just keep it there until everything legally wise goes through. So in this book, you've got Danielle, Walt. You've got an introduction to some new characters. His name is Officer Joe Morelli. He is I kind of picture him as like this like New Jersey looking cop.
It sounds very, yeah.
He's not a homegrown from their Oregon type person. He struggles with that a little bit because everybody else around him is, except for Danielle and Lily, of course. And we get to know Ian a little more, which was the guy that lived across the street, was renting across the street, pretending to be, I think he was pretending to be a teacher at one point, and then they find out he's actually like an author writer. So he kind of starts courting Lily. And then you find Cheryl, which is the cousin of Danielle's. Cheryl and Danielle are very opposite. Cheryl is very wealthy to begin with, very wealthy. Her parents and Danielle's parents both passed away on the same boating accident. Cheryl went to go live with some other family on the other side of her family. And they would like visit, but it was never a good thing when they like interacted because Cheryl's so whiny and needy, and she's like the type that like dress in diamonds and fur.
Okay.
While Danielle's like knitted sweaters and jean skirts, like very opposite in growing up and stuff. Not that Danielle didn't have money, just that she didn't flaunt.
She didn't, yeah.
Yeah, she's not a flaunter. She's not a peacock, I guess you can say. So, what? You know, I like to talk about where they're like, there's some people are peacocks. I'm just saying.
They're showy.
They're not showy. She's not showy. She's not a showy person. So, Danielle decides that since she's opening up a bed and breakfast, it's around 4th of July, she's like, let me do like an open house. This will be a lot of fun. She's like, you know, it'll give people like a chance to walk in. We could see if they have any suggestions. A lot of it's just townspeople, of course. They're curious and just absolutely dying to be in this house because it's not been opened up in years. So they're just, you know, like small town. Oh, we gotta get in this house.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
They finally do. She has a little party. This is around the time when Cheryl shows up. Cheryl is immediately like, hey, these are my bags. I'm getting this room because it has the best sunlight. Also, I'm here because my lawyer says that you owe me half of this house and the money. Great.
What?
I've not seen you in like 12 years. The last time I saw you was at my wedding when you hit on my husband. So, cousin drama there. Not our kind of cousin drama.
No.
So yeah, so Cheryl shows up. It's got messy cousin drama there. Danielle's like, oh my gosh, she's gonna ruin everything. Maybe I shouldn't do the opening. And then Cheryl's like, no, do the opening. By the way, I think we should have the necklace here. The Thorndike that's in the bank vault that's worth millions of dollars. And she's like, no, I think that'd be a horrible idea. And she's like,
all these people running through there? Why is
she's
that a good idea?
oh, this would be a great idea because it'll promote.
No.
And somehow Walt the ghost is like, you know, she's not wrong. And you're dating this cop guy, kinda. They had went on a few dates. So she's kinda dating Officer Joe
Morelli.
We don't
really
him.
like that name.
We don't like him.
We don't like him.
Because of this book. I was like, oh, I was very disappointed in you, Joe. You had me at high hopes.
You can't trust a Joe. I've noticed that.
I don't know many Joes.
It's a J name, too.
Oh,
they say
yeah.
J's are bad.
I don't know any names that are males that are not bad in some way. So, if you know one, let me know. My nephews. Okay, so James, Silas, and Raylan. There you go. Those are the 3.
Okay. James is a J name. He's gonna break the curse.
We hope. I'm
He'll
gonna
break
thump him on his head.
Yeah, he'll break it.
He's got many years before then, though.
Yeah.
So Walt talks her into it. He's like, hey, listen, she's got a pretty good idea. And you have me. I can hover around. If you wear it, I'll hover around you. You also have a cop boyfriend. He's not going to leave your side. Like, and you can kind of tell the bank that he's going to be there anyway. He can kind of be like security. So Danielle kind of gives in. She's like, okay, fine. So they get the party kind of ramped up. Everything's fine. Halfway through, Cheryl starts being Cheryl. And she's like, hey, Danielle, I think since the Thorndike is also mine, I think I should wear it for the rest of the party. And Joe's like, I don't think that's a good idea. We told the bank that only Danielle would be wearing it. And Danielle's like, listen, if you have a problem with it, Joe can go put it in the bank vault. You know, I don't want this to cause a problem. I don't want to be dramatic. And she's like, well, let me just try it on. And Danielle being Danielle was like, fine, I'll let you try it on. So she gives it to her. And then
Does she, like, run?
She, like, kind of is just like, let me go to the restroom so I can see myself in the mirror. Danielle's like, okay. And she's like, I was trying to look for Walt. Walt was busy somewhere else in the house. He got distracted. Mostly because some of these people he's looking at, like, especially like the older people, were like very small children and like babies. So he's very distracted. He's not seen any people from his time in a very long time. Or like he's like, I knew you're a parent. I knew that. So he's like being a ghost going around going, wow, you look so much like your dad.
Lord.
So he's distracted. Cheryl goes into the bathroom and then kind of just doesn't come back out.
Cheryl.
Party keeps going. Danielle starts to panic a little bit. She's like, I've not seen Cheryl. I've not seen the necklace. What do I do, Joe? And Joe's finally like, maybe we need to wrap up this party and just go ahead and just call it. And he's like, she's probably hiding somewhere around here or she's left. So they kind of treat it like a theft. Theft.
Theft.
Theft?
There you go.
No, horror.
Horror.
They kind of treat it like a break-in.
There you go.
We'll use that word.
It was stolen.
It was stolen. They treat it like as if it was stolen. And so they're looking for Cheryl. They're looking for the necklace. They're like, listen, last person that had it was Cheryl. They're asking everybody that was at the party. Everybody's like, Cheryl and Adam left together. Now, if you don't remember who Adam is a guy from the first book. He was trying to break into Marlowe House several times to find the Thorndyke. Walt's next door neighbor and best friend, the guy who actually found him after supposed suicide, that was his great-grandson. So he grew up hearing, Grandma and Grandpa talk about Marlowe and the Thorndyke and just... So he was kind of obsessed with it as a kid, like a treasure thing.
Yeah.
So when Danielle heard that Adam and Cheryl left the party together, she's like, oh crap, they stole it. They actually stole it. Of course, they put out a thing saying if you see Adam or Cheryl, they do find him.
Bolo.
They do find him. They find Adam. Adam is super hungover. He's like, I remember Cheryl. We had a great time. She had the necklace. Then she got up in the middle of the night and left. And they're like, don't you remember? And they're like, but you were drunk. And he's like, yeah, sounds legit. So we gonna go back to Danielle in the house. And Walt's like, hey, Danielle, someone's back. And you should go talk to her. And she's like, why are you being so weird, Walt? And it's Cheryl. Cheryl is dead. Cheryl's dead. Cheryl's like, who is this guy? He was not at the party. He's good looking. And they're like, how can you see Walt? And then Danielle's like hit with the fact that 1, her cousin's dead. 2, her cousin's dead and she's not wearing the necklace. So when you die, everything you're wearing is what you die in. It's what you are as a ghost. So she's like, where's the necklace, Cheryl? Like, and Cheryl's like, I don't know. And then Walt's like, I'm sorry, she's dead right now. And then she's like, oh my god, you're dead somewhere. That would be so problematic. Like, because she's sad because it's her cousin. It's her...
Does she have to, so since she's back in the house, does that mean her body's in the house?
Mm-mm. Some ghosts can kind of like wander away from their bodies. From their bodies.
From their bottles. Like a genie.
And, so Danielle's like, oh crap, so how am I going to prove that your body is somewhere without being like, hey, I know where Cheryl's body is. Because she's like, what do you remember? And she's like, I remember I had a fun night with Adam. I still had the Thorndyke at that point. I walked on the beach, and that's the last thing I remember. And so she's like, well, your body's got to be somewhere on the beach. But she's like, but how are we going to convince the police to go to the beach? They've already got Adam in custody. And it's been like 3 or 4 days. No one's found your body. Like,
right. Like, you get washed away.
She's like, where would your body be? And she's like, I don't know. And she's like, well, someone must have obviously killed you for the Thorndyke. So then Danielle kind of starts doing her own investigation while the police start, of course, thinking that they're like, okay, we think maybe Cheryl might be dead. There's some things in there that kind of lead up to that.
They think it's Danielle.
And they think it's Danielle because they were fighting so much. Mm-hmm. And
she come to take half.
Yeah, and she's like, and they're like, oh, well, you know Danielle probably killed her because she's come to take her inheritance. And Danielle's like, I wouldn't kill my cousin. And they're like, but you saying you wouldn't, that you wouldn't not kill? And she's like, that's, no.
Wow, way to twist words.
Yeah, there's one cop, his name is Brian. He's Joe's partner. He despises Danielle at this point. He gets a little better further on in the books because Danielle has to help him out at one point. In the beginning, he just does not like her. Cannot stand her. He's like, as soon as it went missing and they were like, maybe Cheryl is dead, he's like, betcha Danielle killed her. I mean, like,
well,
what?
Jeez.
Thanks. And then Joe's sitting there like, I don't know, Brian. Like, we need
Way to
actual
help
proof.
your homie out.
And then, you know, Joe's kind of dating her, and he's like, your girlfriend's a killer. You should not be with her. And he's like, I think you're just being this way. So,
it's like a bromance.
Bromance.
Is he mad the bros are broken up?
I guess so. So, Danielle does find a way to lead them to Cheryl's body. So, Joe and Danielle, of course, have some rifts because he has to arrest her. Because how would she know where Cheryl's body is? And
well, why does Joe have to be the one to arrest her?
I know.
They couldn't have sent somebody else.
And then
Isn't that a conflict?
Yes, but it's a really small police station. And they also, like, Brian is the one to interrogate her. And she's just like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, because what do you say? I see ghosts?
Yeah. Like, she's like, how do I explain? And then she's like, she just kept telling Joe, I just need you to trust me when I say that I just know. I just had like a whim and just
feeling.
Felt it and just started walking along the beach and just mysteriously, and he's like, well, how'd you get the shack open? And she's like, I don't know how to explain this to you. Turns out Cheryl could, like, unlock things. That's how she got shack open. So she's like, I don't know how to look at him.
Handy in the afterlife.
Yeah. I mean, they all have, like, their own little superpowers. Coolly enough. I don't know how to say words right now.
I mean, I don't want to be a ghost yet, but, like, I want to be a cool ghost.
Like, when I go, I want to be able, not like what they get from Supernatural, and be all mean and angry.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do cool stuff. Like, Walt can change his outfits. Yeah, Walt, he's been on, like, the ghost plane so long, he figures out that he can, like, okay, he can physically touch objects. He can't leave the house.
Oh, so he's one of the ones that can't move.
He can't move. Somehow he just knows that if he walks out of the house, I about said transfer. He'll transfer to the next life.
I mean, kinda. He signs his papers.
Yeah, he'll kind of like just go into the afterlife. So he can't leave Marlowe house, but he can touch
because
stuff.
Of how long he's been a ghost?
They don't really know.
Okay.
But like he's got like a huge library, and he's all the time like reading books, and so, right?
That would be amazing.
It'd be amazing.
You
right?
have literally no responsibilities. You're dead. You're a ghost.
So Danielle's always going into the library, and she's like, "Put down the book. We have guests." So he's like, "Oh," and he has to like close the book
because you can see the book.
Because it's just a floating book there. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. If someone was to tell me there's a ghost in the library that reads, I'd be like, "Same here, boo."
If he's just chilling in there reading, like, I'm not gonna get all upset.
Like, I'm not upset about it. Like, what's he reading?
Just a little jelly.
Like, is it anything good? Has he read it before? Is he single?
I want a library. Is he single?
But,
that would be a great relationship.
Well, I don't know. Because then I'd be really freaked out, like when I'm in the bathroom, I'd be like, "See in here, get out."
I thought you could see him.
No, all you see is the floating book. Well, if you can see him.
Okay, yeah, we're just coming in to visit, so we're not like Danielle and can see him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I don't want you spying on me.
Like, I want my privacy, too. Some things you don't need to share with everybody.
Amen.
It's just like, can you get out, please? I went to shut the door, but I want to make sure you're on the other side. Can't see him.
Put a bell on him. Like a cat.
Be like, you have to wear your bell today. I need to know where you're at. So Joe and Danielle, obviously, have their little breakup moment, because Joe's like, "Pretty sure you did it." And she's like...
Yeah, because, like, I can't be with a man that doesn't believe me when I say I didn't kill someone.
And she's like, I can't have someone doubt me when I say, "No, I didn't kill my cousin." And he's like, "But it's my job to be a..." And she said, "Yes, but if I look at you and say, 'No, I did not kill my cousin,' and then there's absolutely no proof..."
Help fight to prove that I didn't.
She's like, "Then you should have taken yourself off the case and helped me." So they kind of break up. I was like, Joe, I had such high hopes for you. They did find out who killed Cheryl.
Did we get the Van Dyke or the Thorndike back? The Van Dyke.
Yes.
Something's a Van Dyke. What's
I don't know, that's some real world stuff. The Thorndike, yeah, you get the Thorndike back. You find out who took it, why they took it. And it made a lot of sense. I'm not going to tell you because that'd ruin it.
Yeah. These are on my TBR list.
Well, this should be. They're pretty good. I think this is when she also tells Lily. This is when Danielle kind of does have to tell Lily, because here again, Lily's just kind of like, I just don't understand. Lily kind of cracks me up, because she's just like, no, I get you, Danny, but like, how'd you just walk along the beach and just stumble across her body in a shack?
I mean, it is kind of.
And she's just like, I gotta tell you something. And then she's like, well, can you prove it? And then she has Walt, like, I think it's literally like a ping pong ball. And she has Walt, like, move it. And she's like, Danny, stop doing that with your brain. And she's like, I'm not doing it, Walt's doing it. And she's like, no, have him
So
write.
you can believe I can move things with
Right?
my brain, but not see ghosts.
She's just like, stop doing that. And she's like, it's not me. And then so she has Walt write something because he can pick up a pen. And so he, like, starts writing. And she's like, that's so cool. And she's like, you're not freaked out by it? And she's like, no.
I mean, because she lives there with them, right?
As of right now, yeah.
So, I mean, like, obviously, you know he's not weird or mean.
Yeah,
She's
and
been
that's
there
what
that whole time.
She's just like, here again, like, I love Lily. Lily's so funny. She's like, he hasn't been with me when I'm in the shower, has he? And she's like, no, we have a rule. He's not allowed to enter guest rooms unless I tell him to for some reason. Absolutely no bathrooms. And he has his own, like, little room in the attic. And she's like, oh, okay, so he has, like, his own little bedroom. She's like, yeah. And she went, is that why you talk to yourself so much at night? And she's like, yeah. Walt kind of comes in there and just sits and talks to me. And she's like, oh, okay. So, you know, they kind of develop in their friendship and kind of knows more about Danielle. And she's kind of like her confidant in, like, how do we tell people, like, Danielle sees ghosts, and that's why she keeps finding all these dead bodies.
She sees spirits.
Because as the series continues, you know, Lily really helps out. And in the next book, some things happen to Lily, and Danielle has to help her. I was very stressed out that whole book, because the title was called The Ghost Who Wasn't. And I was like, what is that supposed to mean?
Ooh.
And then you find out who almost was a ghost. She wasn't a ghost, but she was a ghost. And Lily and Danielle have to go through that.
What determines if you're a ghost? Do they tell you that? Is it like the unfinished business stuff?
Kind of that.
Well, no, shouldn't Walter go away because his name was cleared?
But he didn't go. Like, I guess he kind of, like, chose not to.
Oh.
Because that's what he was just like, I just didn't feel like going just yet. I feel like I want to
Oh,
just stay
yeah,
here.
I do remember that.
Yeah. But the ghost who wasn't is more, I'm trying to determine if I should tell you. Because the ghost who wasn't is kind of just saying, like, that person was almost a ghost.
Oh.
But Danielle helped them
Oh. Not become a ghost.
not become a ghost. Because apparently sometimes when people fall into comas, they can, like, I don't want to call it astral projection, but
Dude, that freaks me out.
let's just say Danielle sometimes see people who are in comas. And it happens multiple times throughout the series. So
they can, like, come out of their body.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's just...
So yeah, they do find Cheryl. They do find the necklace. Lily and Danielle kind of become a little closer. Lily meets Walt, kind of, in a way. Kind of meets Walt. And then
With the ping pong ball.
I think it was a ping pong ball. Maybe it was a croquet ball.
A ball's a ball.
Something he, like, rolled. And it really freaked Lily out. She was like, what? And they were just like, she was just like, yes, he's doing that. Which is kind of funny because, like, then afterwards, he doesn't hide in the morning like he normally does. Like, he likes to read the paper.
Oh.
So, like, when Lily starts coming down the stairs, there's, like,
She's
just a
just sitting
floating,
there reading
like, a
the
floating
paper.
newspaper. That would freaking
That
crack
would
up.
take me a while to get used to.
And
I'm not
Lily's
gonna
just
lie.
kind of like, how do I talk to him? And Danielle's just like, just
talk.
talk to him. And she's like,
But how do I know when he's talking back?
Yeah, and she's like, oh, if I'm here, I'll just interpret. And she's like, and so, but it's kind of funny and it's kind of cute. No, Walt and Lily do not have a thing. does, I think in this book is when he starts dream hopping, which is where he can like
I don't want you in my dreams.
hop into people's dreams.
I don't like that.
And that's...
I don't want to even be in my own dreams. Yeah, Walt would be cool.
I mean, just like having a newspaper or a book.
I kind of want a freaking ghost running around, like, having my back, man. Like, he's watching your shit, and nobody can watch him watch your shit. Like, that's pretty cool.
Nobody gonna mess with him. Especially when he, like, throws croquet balls and stuff.
Yeah, like, he could, and they just think, like, I mean, you won't get messed with.
I'm sorry, this needs to be like a movie. Someone needs to pick this series up and make it a movie. I feel like it'd be the...
What are they on, like 30?
I can't remember.
It's high. Because I went through and was adding them to my TBR list, which I just stopped.
Yeah, I
was like...
I think after 25 I stopped.
I was like, I think we get the idea. I want to read this series.
But not a movie. I think someone needs to go through and make it a TV series.
A series. Like the show Ghosts.
Yes. That'd be hilarious. Could you imagine like a dapper looking man throwing croquet balls at a...
I would watch it.
I would freaking crack up. It would be...
to see this Thorndike necklace too.
Okay, so it reminds me of Granny's necklace because they talk about emeralds.
Do I have the Thorndike?
No. Sorry. Yours just very cheap. So sorry. It's all I can afford.
I mean, she's pretty.
She's pretty. She ain't real.
No, Lord,
but she's pretty. Pretty.
She's ready.
She's ready. She's real pretty. Ready. This is why you don't take cold medicine that's slightly expired.
I don't think we do well doing 2 episodes back to back either.
No. Because this is the second time we've had to do this.
We Were Liars. Did you know they come out with a show?
Yeah.
HBO just dropped that. They said it was amazing.
Yeah.
I've got to watch it.
They said it was so sad. Everybody keeps crying about...
The book is sad, so...
Everybody's like, the dogs. So I'm like, what happened to the dogs?
Yeah.
I'm never going to watch it.
Yeah. Literally all my books, because I've read the Bridgerton series.
Oh, yeah.
One of Us is Lying. I'm pretty sure that became a show, didn't it?
I think so, or it's in the process.
Any of my Sherry Lapina books would make a good movie. The End of Her, An Unwanted Guest, The Couple Next Door. She would make good movies.
It's kind of like that guy, Harlan Coben.
Yeah.
On Netflix. I didn't know he was such a big author until Netflix, and I was like, oh man, I bet you these are really good books. Because you know the TV series is always going to cut out details.
Oh, yeah.
So I almost kind of want to read some of his books, but I've only got like 102 books on my TBR list.
I have a lot on mine, and I just keep buying books. Like, I just keep buying books, and I'm not reading. I really have high hopes for this vacation, though.
It's just hopes, because you probably won't.
Why?
You probably won't read.
Why?
Because having Andy there is like having a child there. Play with me.
I got him a metal detector, though, so he's gonna go find hidden treasures.
You will. Maybe you will.
I'll lose him on the beach.
He'll end up in some area he's not supposed to be in. At least it's not like the military beaches we used to go to, where it was like, don't go over here, there's testing, like, gunfires and stuff. And it's like, what?
Tanks offloading.
So, that is the second book in the Haunting Danielle series. I hope I explained it pretty decently. It's kind of hard, because it's such a short book, it's kind of hard not to give away details.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like a crime thing, it kind of goes throughout where you're getting clues. It's a pretty great, if you just want something short. Kind of cute. Like, its pages is like 200 and... What was it?
It was short.
It was short. It's like 280, maybe? Yeah. In ebook, it's 287. Actual physical copy is 266. And if you're listening to it, at 9 hours and 13 minutes.
Yep.
So, that's like 2 days, weekend read, doable.
Unless you're Sarah.
Unless you're Stephanie, you just can't focus lately. So, that's not really a part of our Summerween thing. I just thought it was kind of spooky because it kind of goes like all year. Like I said,
I mean, yeah, this one was around the 4th of July.
Yeah, it's just like an all thing. I mean, like when you have a ghost living in your house.
That just becomes life.
That's just spooky all the time. Floating newspapers and books.
I wanted ghosts.
No, because you'd probably get some demonic possession thing.
Oh, yeah.
We don't do well with...
I want a Walt.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I'll do. Another one of these. I thought I'd have time to do like 3 of these books, but they got a little bit bigger than what I thought. So sorry. Stephanie ended up explaining more than what she had originally planned.
Sarah.
Stephanie pulled a Sarah where she's like, oh, this will be a quick,
word vomit.
just quick, and then I was just like, kept going. That's not what I wrote down at all. And somehow I just kept talking. So, definitely gonna read the series. Hope you like this episode. Like we said, put down your favorite emoji in the comments. Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, don't care.
Watch us. Listen to us.
Listen to us.
Love us.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you have a great Tuesday, a happy 4th of July for those of you that do that, and a great week, and we will see you next time. Bye!
Bye!